Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a chilling mystery that has haunted my thoughts for far too long. If you're here tonight, I hope you'll stay with me as we delve into the dark depths of one young man's tragic death and the eerie silence surrounding it. But before we begin, please hit that subscribe button if this story strikes a chord in your heart like it does mine. Because sometimes, unraveling these mysteries is our only way to bring justice for those who can't speak up for themselves. Now, let me paint you a picture of what happened back in the small town where Joshua's life was cut short under mysterious circumstances. It all started with the discovery of his body in an abandoned chimney, a place no one ever thought to look. Imagine finding a young man trapped there, alone and silenced by whatever force had brought him there 7 years ago. Joshua's story is one that has puzzled investigators for far too long. The official cause of death was listed as accidental, but the circumstances around his demise leave us with more questions than answers. And it wasn't until I stumbled upon a haunting post on Reddit that everything began to unravel like a mystery novel waiting to be solved. This Reddit user shared a story about Andrew Richard Newman, a troubled soul who had connections to Joshua. The story goes back years, painting a picture of two lives intertwined in ways we can only imagine. Andrew was accused of multiple murders and spent time at the mental hospital before being released into society once again. His arrest report from 2015 is chilling on its own, but it's what happened after that really makes my blood run cold. Can you imagine a scenario where someone who's been linked to these heinous crimes goes free while the victim remains locked in an untold truth? It's as if Joshua's voice was silenced not just physically, but also through the official records. The cabin where his body was found was demolished, and any evidence that could have pointed towards the real story was lost forever. But there's a glimmer of hope, my friends. People are talking about this case again, sharing their doubts and suspicions on forums like Reddit. With each new piece of information, we're piecing together what might be the truth behind Joshua's fate. And now, with Andrew's recent arrests for minor offenses, it feels like there's a chance to finally look deeper into his history and see if justice can still be served. The emotional weight of this case is overwhelming. Imagine being someone who knew both these boys, Joshua full of life and potential, Andrew plagued by darkness and fear, their lives entwined in ways that we may never fully understand. What would you do if you were the one who found Joshua's body? How would you feel knowing that justice was so close but still out of reach? We need to dig deeper into this case, explore every angle, and connect with anyone who might have a clue. It's not just about solving a puzzle, it's about giving someone a voice when they couldn't speak up for themselves. Can we find the strength to carry on Joshua's story? To ensure that his death is seen as more than an accident? And what if justice isn't possible anymore? Would it be enough to know that we tried our best to uncover the truth? To honor Joshua's memory by not letting his case fade into obscurity? This case needs your help. If you have any information or insights, please share them. Together, let's bring this story back to life and push for answers where there seem to be none. So, as we wrap up tonight, I urge you all, don't just sit on what you know. Share it with the world. Let's make sure Joshua's story isn't forgotten. And remember, if you're moved by this case, hit that subscribe button so we can stay connected and continue to fight for justice together. Thank you for joining me tonight. Let's carry forward the hope of uncovering the truth about Joshua's fate.